So we wanted to get into this audio. This is from Emery Hunt, CBS Sports HQ. He's got some predictions about this Commanders offense in 2024. I think more specifically about Terry McLaurin's performance in the offense. Let's hear it, Valdez.
Ended last year. So who's catching tutties, Emery? Give me your top receiving touchdown prop for the 2024 season.
When you look at this number for Terry McLaurin, it seems rather low, and that tells you what the quarterback play has been like in Washington during his career. But if you go back to Ohio State, he was a fifth-year senior. No one really knew about him until Dwayne Haskins, the late, great Dwayne Haskins, took the field, and we saw the deep ball in play for Terry McLaurin. So now you fast forward to now they have another great quarterback prospect in tow in Jayden Daniels. So him going over 4.5 touchdown passes, I think that's an easy number for him to hit. He's probably going to get closer to 8 or 9 touchdowns. One of the best passes that Jayden Daniels throws is that slot fade. I would expect we'll see that a lot this year for Washington. I'm expecting a big year for their offense, and McLaurin should be the direct beneficiary of those passes in the end zone.
So you look at Terry McLaurin's career stats, and look, a lot of this speaks to the quality of quarterback play he's had since he's been in the league. He scored 7, 4, 5, 5, and 4 touchdowns for a total of 25 receiving touchdowns. So he averages about 5. He averages exactly 5 per season. I think over 4.5. I think that's stealing. I mean,
I think even if it's not Jayden Daniels the entire year,
right.
I think 4.5 is still a good number.
I think it's a low number. So
and
attainable.
It's plus 126. I'm just looking at the FanDuel numbers. I've got all the numbers here for Daniels and McLaurin, but it's plus 126 to go over the 4.5. I would agree with that.
Now, here's the thing. This is violating Valdez's premise that you go under on all totals.
That is true.
No, I'm just talking about that particular stat.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a low number,
now,
too.
With Jayden Daniels' numbers, I probably would go under. Like he's got.
What are they saying?
His yardage for the year, 3,025 and a half. His total touchdown or passing touchdown, 16 and a half.
You're just convinced he's going to get hurt because quarterbacks get hurt and he's not going to play.
Also, the running factor.
Your premise.
Running factor, too.
Because if he plays, he's going to soar over those.
He plays 17 games.
He plays 15 games.
I'll book the over touchdown passes.
What is the number right now?
16 and a half.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll book that right now.
Okay.
Like if you want to be the house, I'll book that whatever, $10,
sure.
$20. I don't care.
Sure.
I don't care. I'm so bullish on him going over that number.
I know you are.
And I'm definitely bullish on him over his rushing total, whatever that is. Jayden Daniels.
I'd have to pull that up.
I'm guessing it's probably about 425, 450.
Let's set up a consortium, you and I, all right? All right.
Okay.
And let's just put in how much I can't scrape much. I mean, I'm spending so much money on everything. It's ridiculous. Like
you're not very liquid right now.
I'm the opposite of liquid.
You're insolvent.
In other words, when I need money, I constantly tell Ed, you got to sell some more shares because I need some more dough.
Sell your ownership stake in the whips to me.
Yeah,
sell it to me.
No,
I'll buy
I can't sell. It's too valuable.
Okay.
The equity.
Understood.
We'll take our small sack of money.
Let's take our pathetic little sack, whatever it is.
Go to National Harbor and go.
And let's just take the top 10, whatever the number, top 10 quarterbacks or top 10 receivers. You pick the stat. Let's just bet all unders.
Take them all.
You guys
take
are the enemies of fun.
See, that's the thing you got to do. You got to take.
Well, yeah, you got to do it in multiples.
Right, yeah, you have to.
Right. So let's do it, and then we will for sure win.
You know what we'll do is we'll go through. We'll find everyone posted. We'll have our tiny sack. We'll divide it by that many players that are on there.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll get a 63% return on our money.
Yeah. Let's do it. JP, let's talk to your guy that used to do all that stuff, the pitcher that got into all the gambling. And let's get him, me, Valdez, him, and let's do this.
I don't think he's that concerned with your small, tiny sack of cash.
Oh, we might be able to make it a little larger.
All right, so put it in the book, Casey. We're going to do, I guess we're just doing the passing touchdowns.
For now.
For $10, yeah.
$10?
You don't want
I'll do the yardage.
On the McLaurin over 4.5.
I mean, I would
Will you book that?
No, I like McLaurin.
Oh.
I would go over the 4.5 because even if Daniels isn't playing, someone has to throw it to him.
I'm going to put this
You just think quarterbacks are going to get hurt more than receivers are going to get hurt.
Yes.
I'm putting this wager directly underneath the bet we consummated
especially
last
a running
week.
quarterback.
NBA Rookie of the Year, I've fallen in love with Reed Shepard. I said he should have been the number 2 pick for the Wizards right before the pick. Sorry. JP has the field.
Have you put these in the book? I know yesterday you said it's all memorized.
I'm looking right at
Let me
it.
just say,
Because you made a bet yesterday.
And then
Thank
put
you.
ours in, too. So put the 16.5.
I'm writing it down as we speak.
$10.
$10.
Yeah.
Willing to put more bets in here, too.
So last year, to go to the yardage total, I was trying to look at guys who played a full complement of games. Gardner Minshew played all 17 games. He threw for 3,300 yards. I think there's going to be less passing. Everybody thinks there's going to be less passing because you're moving from Bieniemy to Kingsbury. And it seems counterintuitive, but Kingsbury, as the head coach at Arizona, ran the ball a lot.
No, the difference is we're going to be more successful, so we're going to have longer drives.
Right,
so
but Jayden is going to run, I would imagine, 8 to 10 times per game. So Jalen Hurts, runs for 600 to 800 yards per season. I think he's going to be in that Jalen Hurts territory, and that means less.
Injured, yes.
Yeah,
and that means less throwing of the football.
Yeah, but what did Jalen throw, or what Jalen Hurts throw for last year?
So Jalen last year threw for 3,800 yards.
And that was in a down.
Yeah.
That was a down.
But
year
he
for
also
him.
has great receivers, A.J. Brown,
Well,
and a Heisman Trophy winner,
more
Devontae
experienced.
Smith.
Just more experience. But I
Yeah.
mean,
Jayden has capable receivers in Terry McLaurin and hopefully a bounce back years in store for Jahan Dotson.
His second season where he played in 15 games, Jalen Hurts threw for 3,100 yards with 16 touchdowns and 9 picks. I could see Jayden having a year like that.
Only 10.
He could take off like C.J. Stroud last year, but he could be more like a typical rookie that builds on it.
This is my yearly bit. I want to bet that Terry McLaurin tickles double-digit touchdowns, but I would need odds
you
for
need
that.
odds for that.
I would need to be given odds because he hasn't come close to that in his career. He hasn't come close.
Well, what kind of odds would you want? 3 to
3
1?
to 1, I think it is doable.
All right, I'll give you 3 to 1. He won't get the 10 touchdowns.
I'll take it. Another $10?
Sure, put it in.
Yeah, we're ramping it up today.
He had a lot of
It's a
action
good day.
in that book.
Only 10 quarterbacks last year played a full season. So, a third of the league.
And what was the lowest total in terms of yards passing out of those 10?
I think it was Minshew. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minshew at 3305. It's just hard to play 17 games as a quarterback.
It's tough.
It's possible, but it's hard.
I think,
especially with rookies. I mean, Stroud had a bomb year last year. He played 15 games.
yeah, I'm going to say 15 is the number I would shoot for him.
And he had 23 passing touchdowns. So, yeah, I mean, if Daniels can get to 15 or 16, yeah, I mean, I'll probably lose that bet.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think the bet book is just going to transform into nothing but Jayden Daniels bets eventually. It's just going to morph into that.
What are our bets that we repeated the same bet twice?
Hold on. Let me find it. This book is literally falling apart. It's in tatters over here. Oh, it's the more carries in 2024.
Eckler bet.
Brian Robinson or Eckler.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I win.
The one
I think I
getting
win
back
that in a
to
landslide.
the McLaurin aspect of that, remember, and I mentioned this yesterday, the one analyst that said that they're going to scrap that whole Bieniemy, spreading it around, rotating the receivers like crazy. They're going to target guys like McLaurin more.
Right. It
feeds your best players.
It makes sense to heavily target your best offensive weapon.
Right. He's not gonna be, in and out of the lineup. And he's gonna be out there as often as possible. And they're gonna be targeting him.
Yeah, they're gonna minor in De'Ami Brown. How about you major in Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson?
Right.
The guy that you spent a first-round pick on, that Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, I think
you should throw him more balls.
I think he's gonna have a bounce back year too.
I think he probably should.
But if he doesn't, I will break up with him so quickly. I mean, I'll be over him.
Jahan Dotson. Now, I'm not willing to bet on this yet. I could at some point. He needs to have
50 plus,
50, 55 catches.
Because last year,
6 or 7 touchdowns.
Last year, what did he have?
He
had more than you think because everyone just
I'm guessing
poops on him. Maybe 40 something. I think he had more than you think. But
last year, Dotson had, he had 49 receptions on
almost
83
50
targets. Now, his yards per catch was low. It was at 10.6.
I blame Bieniemy.
4 end zone trips.
I do. Bieniemy is worst offensive coordinator, maybe since Richie Kotite. Was he even an offensive guy, Richie Kotite?
He was a tight ends coach, became head coach.
Yeah.
let me see. Dotson's rookie numbers. Yeah, he went from averaging, I'm going to round it up to 15 yards per catch,
Yeah.
10.6.
Yeah, that was all scheme.
That's scheme. He may have been in the enemy's doghouse or the enemy just wanted to spread it around. Wanted to get the ball to like Dax Milne for whatever reason.
God.
Why would you do that?
I don't know that I could hate an offensive coordinator more than I hated the enemy.
You know what?
He's been the worst.
You know what effective offenses do? They throw the ball to CD Lamb, like they target him 13 times a game.
Right.
Because he's their best player.
Well, CD Lamb's on a different
he's-
level.
I'm not saying that he's not, but
you're saying
You take your
'cause
best
he
player.
led
you
the
take your
league in
best
targets.
player and you major in throwing him the ball.
Like Terry
You
did
don't care
better
about-
with
like-
Heineke throwing
like,
the ball.
do you
'Cause
think-
Heineke threw the ball to Terry.
Do you think that big oaf Mike McCarthy cared about getting the ball to like, is it Jalen Torbert? Is that one of the Cowboys' like third or fourth receivers? Like, you think he cared about getting the ball to the guy who was always banged up with a knee injury? His name's escaping me. He got,
and
got
Dak,
big money a few years ago.
And Dak knows to throw it to the number one receiver.
Right.
That's that. And he can get it to him.
Dak is going to major in throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb and this year to Jake Ferguson, the tight end. That's where the ball is going.
I mean,
in the
McLaurin
offense.
was 19th last year in targets. That's not horrible, 19. Now, maybe you think he's going to be in the top 12 or 13.
He could be. He could take that jump.
Is he going
As
to have
the
more?
number one wideout, he should with a better quarterback throwing him the ball.
I mean, is he going to have more targets than Chris Olave?
I don't know if he'll have more, but he should have around the same number as a Chris Olave.
Yeah. So that's a difference of 6 targets.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would agree. I think the target number will go up.
Yep.
But
Hopefully. Hopefully it
the
goes up by a
unders,
lot.
I just think the unders for quarterbacks is a good bet.